Good evening, friends. Today in this video, we are going to understand the meaning of the statistical parameter average, right? So meaning of the term mean will now be understood, to a greater depth. So let me take my pointer. Yeah. So mean is statistically called as the average. Average is used to describe an entire set of observation with a single value representing the center of the data. That means what if you have plenty of data collected from a particular process, and what is this data is trying to convey to you? You will be able to better understand the information that is hidden in your data by calculating a single parameter called mean. It is also called as average, and this is otherwise known as the center of the data, right? So mean is called as average. It is also called as mean. You can call it center. You can call it the expected value. You can call it the real-time target, or you can call it the central tendency. Right? These are all one and same. And if you understand that all these things are one and same, you can use it beautifully whenever you are doing a statistical analysis. And we often use average for many purpose to calculate the average salary in an organization, to calculate the average mark, and to calculate the average performance. And often we use the parameter average, to understand the central tendency, to understand the expected performance or real time targeted performance. And see here, I have the mark of marks scored by a boy in so in a test series. There are about seven test marks I have, and now I wanted to know how much he may score in the final examination. So I simply calculate the sum of the data, which is nothing but the total of all the seven. So I get 490. And then I divide it by the number of data, which is 7 years. So 490 by 7, the 70 marks. That means what I can expect the boy to score 70 marks in the upcoming final examination. So this is how the average is helping us to predict what is going to happen in our process in the future. But at the same time, please understand your prediction can work very well when you understand the variation in your data, which is used for calculating the mean. Say, for example, if all the marks are 70, then no doubt with 100% confidence you can say the next mark is going to be 70. However, in this case, all these marks are not exactly 70, and each mark differs from the average by certain amount, and except the one or two in the center. And that means your confidence level will be pulled down by the amount of variation your data has got. And so if you calculate the average, you can use it as the expected mark. So please understand, if the real time target, what is real time target? The average calculated from the process data. If that real time target, which is called the average, which is called the expected value, if that is equal to the planned target, and that means there is nothing like it, it's a great scenario, because you have been performing as per your planned target. That's yeah. And see here, a boy is crossing this river, and he wanted to share his experience with the others in the village, so that they get an idea about the depth of the river. So he, while crossing the river, he measures the depth of the river at certain points. And see here again, he measures at 2, 4, 6, 8 different points across the river. And then, he concludes like this: the average depth in the river is found to be 4 feet. How do he knows the average depth is 4 feet? Because the sum of the 8 depth he measured is 32. So 32 by 8 is 4 feet. That means what? If someone else or one of us want to cross this river, we can expect the average depth to be, on an average the depth is expected to be 4 feet. Please understand, it doesn't mean the depth is exactly 4 feet across all points in the river. No, there's going to be ups and downs. However, you can expect the depth to be around 4 feet, and that risk of ups and down depends on the variation in the data. More the variation, more will be the risk, or more will be the difference from the expected depth of 4 feet. And see here, now you are seeing a data which is normally distributed. Now the center of the distribution is going to represent the average. Unlike your median and mode, the mean depends equally on all the data, including the extreme values. Hence, mean is always a better representative of the center of the data, and whenever your data is normally distributed. Suppose if your data is not normally distributed, it is skewed, and you see here the center is shifted, right? Under such scenario, mean may not be the representative of the center for skewed data. Under such condition, you can consider using the median to determine the center of the data. I think this video has helped all of you to understand the meaning of the term mean, the meaning of statistical average, the meaning of the expected value, the meaning of the real-time target. So if you like my videos, please do share, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more such videos in statistics. Thank you.